Hi, welcome to my pick a card channel, the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm here with a pick a card reading for you, so get cozy. We're going to have a little chat today. Now, for my returning subscribers, I want to thank you so much for all of your beautiful, kind comments, and I want to congratulate this month's winners of the free tarot reading. And if you are interested in entering for your chance to win a free tarot reading with me, all you have to do is drop your comments below any of my readings this month for your chance to win. Make sure to hit your notification bell for your chance to win as well, so that I can notify you in the comment section if you're chosen, and we can get the ball rolling. If you're new to the channel, we would love to have you join our beautiful soul family by subscribing to this channel, hitting your notification bell and your share button. It helps me to bring you guys more content, and then it allows me to enter you in for a chance to win a free reading as well. Now, if you have any suggestions for topics that you would like to see covered here on the Tarot Cottage, I live to serve, so be sure to drop your comments below. You can even use that as your entry for your free reading, of course. Any topic suggestions that you would like to see covered here, I would love to cover them for you. But for today's pick a card topic, we're looking at someone on your mind and how do they truly feel? Are the feelings between the two of you mutual? So how do they feel about you in this moment? I am using the Disney Villains Tarot for you today. For pile number 1, we have the Hanged Man. For pile number 2, we have the Star. And for pile number 3, we have the 5 of Wands. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there could be messages waiting from Spirit today. My timestamps are always listed below. I'm going to jump into pile number 1 today. It's all about how do they currently feel? Are the feelings between the two of you mutual? Pile 1, pile 2, pile number 3. Hello, pile number 1. You were drawn to the Hanged Man, and this is your reading. How does the person on your mind truly feel? How do they feel about you right now? Are these feelings mutual? So the Hanged Man, you can see, I don't remember the name. I think his name was Ka from the Jungle Book, but he's kind of in this hypnotic state. He's either hypnotizing someone or he's being hypnotized. So this could mean that they sort of are hypnotized by you, kind of taken off guard by their attraction. It's like stopping in traffic. And this snake is all coiled up around that branch. So there could be a reference to taking a leap of faith as well. And maybe that's what's kind of stopping them up to this point of really revealing how they feel, because they're afraid to take that leap of faith outside of their comfort zone. But let's take a look here. Page of Cups. How do they truly feel? Starting with the Page of Cups. We have the Lovers. And part of our question today, pile 1, is whether or not it's mutual. And here we have the Lovers, which is a very strong collaboration. We have the Strength. A lot of Gemini, a lot of Leo energy coming through. We have the 5 of Cups. We have the 8 of Pentacles. It's following up with the Queen of Swords, and we also have the Knight of Pentacles. Back of the deck, we have the 10 of Swords. And there's the 4 of Wands. Again, the 4 of Wands for me is a very sort of mutual parallel of feelings, mutual parallels when it comes to triggers and attraction. And then we have this 10 of Swords. And this is an interesting back of deck reference for you, pile 1, because we do have the Hanged Man here, and the way that he's staring at us and the way that he's kind of hypnotic. There's this reference to how you do that to this person. It's like this is overthinking. This is somebody who has consistent thoughts about you. In fact, all of these fireflies would indicate that it's like they look for you wherever they go. It's like maybe you pop in unexpectedly, and the emotions that they felt for you, the attractions that they felt for you popped in unexpectedly, and it's a little bit disarming, because it makes us feel helpless sometimes. It's like we have all of these thoughts. The thoughts are supposed to lead to inspiration and change, and yet I don't know what to do with them. I just keep impaling myself here on this piano, or whatever that's supposed to be. It looks like a piano to me. Now, for someone watching, there could be a reference to the work realm here. And there's like a reference to teaching as well for someone watching too. So the Divine Feminine could be I feel like the Divine Feminine is in a position of I don't want to say authority over this person, but there's this reference to you being a leader, you being a teacher of some kind, and that doesn't have to necessarily correspond with your career, but it can for sure. We have the Tower. Again, very unexpectedly. I feel like the desire the attraction popped up when I was not prepared for it, perhaps in an environment where I was not 100% prepared for it. Again, another reference to the Eight of Pentacles in the work realm. Whoops. And this is someone who is hiding their feelings for you, Pile 1. But I also feel like you kind of have an intuition that serves you very well. It's like even if they feel like they're doing a good job hiding their feelings, the truth is I don't think that they are. And this person gets extremely nervous when you're around. This is an indication, another key. Spirit says when you pay attention to the signs around you, you're going to be able to see how this person truly feels. You're going to be able to see beyond and through their hesitation because they get extremely nervous when it comes to you. And it's like they also worry about like sticking their foot in their mouth, so they go over conversations that they've had with you as well. We have the King of Wands. Lots of fire energy for this person. Could definitely be a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. And I do feel like they've taken a passive approach up to this point because they're just afraid. They could just be afraid of rejection, but they are afraid of loss. That could be why they don't know that they don't know what to do about how they feel. And there's this reference here to this character in the Strength card. She looks like both a opera singer and sort of an old-fashioned swimmer to me. And there's this reference to singing a song, or it's not over till the fat lady sings, singing a song, but also being called to jump in, being called to get in the water. But I also feel like they are protecting themselves, and that's why they don't take action at this moment. We have the Ten of Cups. We have the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Five of Pentacles. But like they think that you are, again, you stop traffic. But they just feel like they have a lot to lose. And it could be that they just don't know how you're feeling. They don't know if you are attracted to them. They seem to want to put the onus on the Divine Feminine to do some of the work, and that's why they're hesitating for now. Because if they hesitate for now and you go ahead and make it more obvious that you have feelings as well, this is going to perhaps encourage them to fight through whatever solutions they have to fight through, whatever obstacles they have here. They do consider you an upgrade, but I also, again, feel like they're taking their time to be able to process that upgrade and be able to achieve it because they're defensive about what they have to do or tapping into the strength. And I can't deny, this won't be a message for everyone, but I am reading for the collective, so I have lots of energies coming in. I can't deny that there could be conflicting environments or conflicting positions that get in the way of progress in this connection. And that could also be one of the reasons why they don't speak up, because they could be worried about not being able to take it back and creating sort of irrevocable chaos. But they would love to take you out. And look at how the Divine Feminine, the Divine Masculine in this case, it's like they're not looking at each other, but they're both very much aware of each other. And again, a parallel. Part of the message is it mutual? Here we have this parallel. It's like we're not looking at each other, but we're both very much aware. It's like our mutual feelings are kind of supporting the situation at hand. But we feel like we have a lot to lose. You may also feel like you have a lot to lose, and that's why you don't reveal yourself. Because it feels like it's a shame, is what I'm hearing. It's like it's such a shame that there are obstacles in place when it is such a mutual opportunity, when there is such a mutual attraction here. And there could be a focus on like making decisions between people, making decisions in general, overcoming my own fear and insecurity. But there's this focus on not what I'm going to lose, but what will I gain? The desire to be in a relationship is here. So even when this person looks into the future, because they're sitting right now, this back of deck is like the overarching theme of their energy field right now. And it does feel very depleted. It's like, I don't know what to do about how I feel. So this person feels a little bit depleted. So when they look into the future from that perspective, they don't know what to do about it because they know what they want. Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Two of Cups. The Two of Swords says, I can't have it right now. Two of Pentacles says, I don't know when I can have it. Two of Cups says, but this is what I want. I feel like they may continue to take a passive approach. Again, they could be relying on the Divine Feminine to speak up or to say something or to make her feelings more apparent. But I also feel like there are challenges here that cannot be denied and can't be ignored. but it does feel very, very mutual, pile one. And Spirit says that there's this, again, there's an intuition where we kind of know what the obstacles are for ourselves and for this person. But I just heard sing a song, sing it loud, sing it strong. We have clear your mind, last quarter moon in Gemini. And that's the thing that I feel like they can't do. Gemini, there's this reference to seeing things from every angle along with the Lover's energy. And they can't clear you out of their mind because it's always in there. And truthfully, I just heard enjoy the pulsing light. They like overthinking about you. In some way, it's almost like they enjoy the process of feeling overwhelmed by their feelings. I just heard slave for you. Part of them wants that. Part of them wants to be a slave to this connection. We do have here unleash your kindest self. First quarter moon in Capricorn, and there's a reference to attachment to insecurity and how this person feels exceptionally insecure and nervous when you're around. So a way for you to be generous here is to communicate, not even necessarily in words, but you can communicate in actions, body language, about your intentions, your feelings. Back of the deck says, believe in your good luck. And that's something that I don't think that they would even recognize is the fact that it's mutual with you. They would feel like they are on top of the world if they 100% realized and recognized and admitted that these feelings are mutual. How do they truly feel, please, for pile number one? Trouble and accusations, avoiding the connection because they're afraid of jumping out of the frying pan and into the fire. So they're waiting for news, package, or letter. It says disappointment in some affair, and there is indecision here. Now there could be an actual reference to the word affair, so please take that as it resonates. But there's a sense of fate and not being able to exercise it because I can't commit to it. But we have temporary situations and a period of ill health and depression. So this frustrating moment where they're triggered by you, where they feel perhaps paralyzed by their own fear, this is only temporary. This phase will not last forever. They have the potential to gain more empowerment, again, with more information that comes in or encouragement from you. How do they truly feel, please, about pile number one? Pile one's person. Mirroring each other. Self-image and relationship reflects our wounds and introspection. So somebody who is very introspective. Part of the question that we were posing to Spirit today for you, pile one, was whether or not it is mutual. And Spirit's here. There's no denying the parallels in your feelings here. You may also sometimes feel kind of paralyzed by helplessness sometimes and what to do about this feeling. We have sunglasses. They watch you. Focusing out, it says stalking, gaslighting. We have Cupid's arrow, being caught off guard. It says hesitation, surprise, but having faith that love is coming. We do have the axe on the back of the deck. I often relate that to the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Tower as well. It says here, silent treatment, abandonment, breakup, separation, and stopping the pattern. So somebody who could feel like they're stuck in a karmic cycle. And this karmic cycle could just be doubt. It doesn't necessarily have to involve other people, but if it does, you're going to understand that that's your message. Please take the messages as they resonate and leave behind those that do not. Let's get a couple of message cards here from this person to see what sort of thoughts they are having towards pile number one, please. You use the Entanglement Oracle deck. And there is a link below for this deck. The author has offered a shipping discount code, so you just have to use the link below. You're unlike anyone I know. But call me when you're single. That will be in relation to the people who are resonating with the message of the Tower, the choice perhaps between parties, the helplessness as well. It says here, you bring out the best in me, but they're referencing secrets as well, keeping a secret, keeping their feelings a secret as well. Can we start over? And they do often sometimes feel like there's games that are played between the two of you, or like a back and forth banter. How come you can't see how perfect you are? A reflection of each other, also a reflection of each other's insecurities as well, and perhaps even attachments. Your position and their position could be mirroring each other quite heavily. And not just in the work realm, but even at home, for instance, with your goals and your investments. Oops. I am speechless without you. And I do feel like that's a very strong message as well about the reliance on the divine feminine to speak up or to say something. Back of the deck says, I still remember how you smell, on the back of that deck. How do they currently feel about pile number 1, please? Oops, I'm ready for a fresh start. But it also came out with, are you mad at me? So somebody who could be a little bit intimidated by you. This does not feel like it's in separation. This feels like somebody that you would see regularly. I lie about my feelings for you. I don't want to create havoc in your life right now. I wouldn't make the same mistake twice. It's like if I would get an opportunity to change things, I would. I have so much to lose. I just saw we were just kids when we began. And we also have on the back of the deck, it says, I love you, on the back of that deck. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 1. What was the last thought that their person had about them in the bowl today, please? 5 of Cups reversed, 3 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles reversed. Now, with this 5 of Cups in the reverse position, they are speaking here about, you know, the thought was a hopeful thought. The thought perhaps required, though, some type of practical solution, because with this 9 of Pentacles in the reverse, they're talking about distractions and setbacks, maybe in positions being the setback or the distraction here, but they don't want to give up hope. They want to maintain the hope because you represent an object of their affection. You represent a benchmark of opportunity. They are still afraid to take the action towards you, and I do feel like they are not going to take an active approach, at least not in the near future. They don't want to give up hope despite the obstacles. We have here grapes, time to go out and have fun with the grapes. They're talking about intoxication, wanting to lower inhibitions. We have acoustics and the letter J. We have the key and we have the divine feminine. I feel like the divine feminine, there's a lot of fear in your heart to express yourself here, but we have song. And again, a reference to singing. So that could be an important detail for you, but also about singing a song. There's something very unique about you and very singular. They feel like you're a rarity. And we have here the black seahorse. I often think of it family energy. So surrendering to an ending because of family. So please take that as it resonates as well. Pile number 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. Drop your comment below for your chance to win a reading with me, and be sure to hit your notification bell. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading, and I do update that shop daily, so keep checking back. But I hope you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn to the star, and this is your reading. How does the person on your mind truly feel? Are these feelings mutual? Now, you can see that the star is a mask, and it's the mirror from Snow White. And so there's this reference to the fairest of them all, and maybe even insecurity that you're harboring because you're not sure how they truly feel about you, or whether or not they think that you are the fairest of them all, for instance. This is also a reference to the internet. There could be a lot of voyeurism happening. There's a reference here to star quality and wishful thinking. So even maybe a crush situation that could be happening here for you or for them. But let's take a look here. I'm going to use the Wildwood Tarot for you to begin pile 2. How do they truly feel about pile number 2, please? Here's the 3 of Cups. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Page of Swords, Page of Cups, we have the King of Cups. Back of the deck we have Temperance, and we have the Journey. And so we're going to clarify as we go forward here. This could be a friend with this Three of Cups as well. We have the Justice. And I feel like there is this reference to going back and forth about what I should do about how I feel and how I feel when I'm with you. I feel like they don't want to shake anything up and they don't want to create any sort of awkwardness. It feels like almost, it doesn't feel like chaos. It feels like awkwardness. So they keep going back and forth when it comes to their decision about what to do about how they feel here. Here's the Two of Cups, but they don't want to be your friend. They don't want to be your friend. They want to be in a relationship. And if you want to be in a relationship and you're waiting for them to say something, very paralleled here. But again, two little rabbits that are in their curiosity phase and also in their fight or flight response phase. So it's like we're rushing, we're watching each other, we're hoping for each other, but we're just trying to maintain a balance. But the balance isn't growth. The balance is a comfort zone, and it could just be friendship. And the truth is that this Queen of Wands, it says hare. It's not even a rabbit, it's a hare. And, you know, when you think of a rabbit, I think of a cute little fluffy thing. A hare is long and lean. It has muscle. It's fast. It rips through the forest. So there's this reference to more empowerment from the Divine Feminine, or more encouragement can really help progress along here. Because they're trying to choose their priorities. You distract this person. They're trying to choose their priorities for the future. They want you in their life. This person really already cares about you quite a bit. In fact, they're hesitating to use the word love, but I feel like they're a bit of a love bug. And I think that they are someone who does wear their heart on their sleeve. I think they fall easily, and they're hesitating to call it love, but I think that they love you already, even as a friend. And now they're trying to choose their priorities, because you are a priority for them. Having you in their life is a priority for them. But part of this sort of hesitation, this waiting energy that I'm feeling, is just coming from a state of insecurity. It's like it's coming from actually a self-preservation place. They're saying, you know, I want to prioritize what you want, what you need, and I want to prioritize the friendship and having you in my life. But they're actually holding back because it's a little bit convenient, because it's protecting them. It gives them a chance to just wonder and desire. And they feel like they've been waiting to see if things would transition naturally, and they feel like because it hasn't transitioned up to this point, that's some type of sign. But I don't feel like it is. I feel like you've also been waiting. Queen of Wands. And it feels almost like opposites attract here. I feel like you're very different people, but opposites attract. And this is like someone who, it's like they want to get to know the version of you in love. It's like they just want to learn more about you in the context of the heart space. Maybe we're friends, but we keep it kind of light. They want to get to know the emotional side of you. And this is a very loyal person, I feel, as well. Like this person is a very emotional person, a very emotional king, if they are the King of Wands, or I'm sorry, the King of Cups. Because they really like to think of this as like the birth of something brand new and something big. Here's the Eight of Pentacles. Now, sometimes the Eight of Pentacles can reference the work realm for me, but not usually when it's a support card. So ultimately, this may not be formed in the work realm, but this is actually a call to action for the Divine Masculine to stop hesitating, stop feeling so vulnerable, to take their mask off and to do what's necessary to create change. But it's like their strength. It's their strength that still has bones to pick. There's a reference to it like a communication phase with this person as well. Here's the Ten of Wands, and there's the Moon. And there's the Two of Swords. And this is what the Spirit's trying to prepare them for. They're trying to prepare them to release their fears of the unknown. by pushing them through that fear. Sometimes facing our fear is the only way that we can get over the fear. But they keep waiting. And the longer they wait, I feel like the harder it is for them to execute, because it's like they're the distraction. Their inaction is the distraction of the expansion of this connection. And they keep going back and forth about what's the consequences of this. What are the consequences of me sharing how I feel? So this does feel like somebody who would consider you a friend. And they do watch you. I think they watch your social media, but I also think that they're engaging. And when it comes to this analogy of mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? It's you. We have romantic feelings. They are real and worth exploring. And it says your soulmate may differ from your usual type or your expectations. And that's what's exciting about this, is that there is this rigid desire to control or micromanage, perhaps coming from you, coming from this person. But Spirit says let go of the control issues and allow the situation to unfold naturally. They feel like they've done that. They feel like they've allowed it to progress, and it hasn't progressed. But the truth is that they're micromanaging that by not taking the action that they feel inspired to take. Because the fact that you're a distraction means that you've inspired them to take some sort of action, and they pushed that distraction away. We have here your life is a canvas, creative accountability, artist manifestation. We have deep cellular healing, physical and emotional healing as well. We also have child of the cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. And this is speaking to your intuition and how you may not have even needed this message, this reading, other than the purpose of reframing it in a way that you can adapt it to your actions. You may not have even needed this message to know that there's a parallel here, because you know how you feel. And look at how observant this beautiful hair is, because she's observing this person. She's observing how they behave. She's observing the hesitation that they're feeling, and she has wisdom codes that she can draw upon. But even with the Temperance, two snakes that are curling up this pole. And there's a reference to time, and perhaps a lengthy amount of time that you've maintained in this friendship. How do they truly feel, please? We have the Miracle. And we have Renewal. Back of the deck is Soulmate. Again, the message about how your soulmate may differ from your usual type or the expectations that we're holding. In this moment, I feel like Spirit's saying there's a chance for a lot of growth here. There's a chance for empowerment in this situation for two people involved. But there's also this distinctive energy surrounding, and focus on the divine feminine. It could be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, because the Queen of Wands specifically, she makes a goal for herself, and then she focuses on that goal and she makes it to her destination. And there is a reference here to the Page of Swords and the Page of Cups. One is just watching the action unfold, and one is scooping up an opportunity out of the blue. This otter wants to jump right in. And the otter is a animal of community. It's a family-oriented animal. So there's this reference to how a little boost or a little encouragement from the divine feminine might go a long way for this person and their actions. It could also help to establish a renewal of confidence and empowerment within the divine feminine as well. How do they truly feel about pile number 1, please? Or sorry, pile number 2. We have Boat, receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, and closure issues. And the closure issues, I feel like, is lack of communication. There was a similar message for pile number 1, focusing on the divine feminine. We have here the Hand of Cards, being strategic, options, not showing their hand and taking a chance. They do think about the risk. Again, they want to keep things in balance. They don't want to make things awkward, and they don't want to lose you to the capacity of which they have you already. But this is a way of them minimizing the desires that they actually have in relation to you. We have Keepsake, reminiscing, perception, learning from the past and wanting to make new memories. We also have Photograph on one side. Another reference to photography with the camera, and passion, insane chemistry, and liking each other equally, having fun. And part of our message today, part of our question to Spirit was, Is this mutual? Do they like me too? There is this huge message coming through as well about the internet. And again, the internet playing a role, them watching you on the internet, perhaps connected to each other on the internet. How do they truly feel, please? Yeah, we have the Ten of Swords. Is this really over? But this is a reference to over-emotional responses. This is a reference to being focused on something and maybe not achieving it. I'm working hard on myself. And that is what they're being called to do, gaining mastery over their own hesitation when they see a good opportunity, when they see a chance. I go home all to myself, the Hermit, Virgo energy. And somebody who has intentions towards you, this person has intentions. And it's like they know what they want to do. They're just waiting for the perfect launching pad. They're taking tiny little baby steps. They could feel a little bit shy or someone who's afraid to kind of really express themselves emotionally. I'm getting back on my feet. And what they want to surrender to is this connection with you. You could destroy me. It's like you have the power to reject me, the power to destroy. And it's like they need to get the determination, the focus, the confidence to push through that fear. You give me mixed signals, and I'm sitting here adamantly waiting for you. And what's beautiful about the tarot reading is that it gives us a frame of reference that maybe we haven't considered before. Maybe we haven't even considered that we're sending mixed signals, and that they could be waiting for us to help establish that confidence. So given that information, it can help us to reframe the actions that we feel guided to take as well. They just reference as well somebody who's really outdoorsy, who likes to spend a lot of time outdoors. And that won't be for everyone, that will be just for someone specific. Best friends, I miss that. And that's what they don't want to miss out on. It says, but I think I'm in love with you. We may be good friends, but I think I'm in love with you. I'm trying to figure myself out. But this connection haunts me. Oops. I want to call you, but would you answer me? It's like, I would love to make an offer, but would you say yes? That smile, though. And I'm trying to make sense of it all. Just give me some time. But I think about you every damn day. Back of the deck says, I'm just flipping it over, you are a stunner. My life is in chaos right now. And that could be why they aren't able to really launch themselves towards you at this very moment, Pile 2. Let's get a charm bowl, please. What is the very last thought that Pile 2's person had about pile number 2? They were thinking about a conversation that they had with you. And they're referencing the divine feminine, and they're referencing kind of divine feminine energy that doesn't feel very abundant. They're referencing a conversation. They were thinking about a conversation where maybe you carried the conversation, because they're showing like a dependence on the divine feminine, or you carried the conversation, or they stuck their foot in their mouth. It's like they didn't speak from the heart. They're just kind of worrying about a conversation that they had with you. And it made them contemplate whether an upgrade is available. I also feel like for this conversation, part of them wondered if like the two of you are more aligned than they actually realized. We have a loyalty to you. Like this person's loyal to you already. I already feel like a loyalty to you. We do have the heart chakra. Could be a hospital nursing connection as well. I think of the scrubs. We have O, I, G, and Y. And we have secrets from the divine feminine. We also have a lot of Scorpio energy coming through. And crystal clear intentions. I do feel like this person has intentions to create change, just not yet. They could be waiting for encouragement. Pile number 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. Drop your comment below for your chance to win a free reading with me, and be sure to hit your notification bell as well. And if you're interested in a private reading, I do offer those through my Etsy account, and that link is below. And I do update that shop daily, so keep checking back. But I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hi, pile number 3. You were drawn to the 5 of Wands, and this is your reading. How does the person on your mind truly feel? Are these feelings mutual? Now, with this 5 of Wands, it's the poisoned apple from Snow White, and so there's this reference to temptation, to perhaps competition, comparison, a little bit of danger, perhaps associated with their attraction for you as well. So let's take a look here. I'm going to use the Anatomy Tarot for you, pile 3. How does this person truly feel about you? Are these feelings mutual? How do they feel about pile number 3, please? We have the Knight of Coins, Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, though. And if the Knight of Coins is the big brother, the Knight of Wands is his little brother who doesn't want to listen to his big brother. We have the 5 of Coins. We have the 8 of Swords. I think temptation tests this person quite a bit when it comes to you. Because it's like they're saying, I want you, I just can't. I want you, but I'm stuck. Here's the Page of Wands. And they're referencing dogs and loyalty. And that could be like a very physical reference for you, but also just because they're showing me like a dog whistle, and only dogs can hear that. Now, dogs to me, I lost my dog this year, but he was the best dog in the world. So very loyal dogs. But there's also this reference to leaving sleeping dogs where they lay. And emotions and feelings that only, like, nobody can hear them. This person's not expressing it to anybody. It's like a message or emotion that only dogs can hear. It's like a frequency that we can't hear with our physical ears. We can only sense. So here's the beautiful Empress, and there's the 10 of Cups. Oh my goodness. Like, you represent, they want to get to know all of you. This person wants to get to know all of you. They want to know everything about you, from the minutest detail to like the most emotionally depth question. They want to know everything about you, physically, emotionally, all of that. There's the Tower, though. To them, you represent abundance. Like, you represent happiness. You represent arrival. You are the prize. You are the goal. That's what that represents. And they would love to explore it. They would love to explore it. But we can't deny this 5 of Pentacles. We can't deny the Tower here too. And there's the Wheel of Fortune. It's like a turn of events in their favor, but they can't, it's not in their favor. It's kind of like that song, Ironic, or Isn't It Ironic by Alanis Morissette. It's like meeting the man of your dreams and then meeting his beautiful wife. That's what I'm feeling. And so temptation tests them here. We have the 3 of Wands. Very physical aspect to their feelings for you, pile 3. And like, again, the Knight of Pentacles is steadfast. He's filled with responsibility. He's filled with integrity. He's walking towards abundance. You can see all of the beautiful purple flowers stating our sovereignty through the positions and work that we do. It's almost like people who kind of, it's like when somebody asks, what do you do? And someone's entire personality is wrapped around their job, their career. It's like, oh, well, I'm an engineer, or I'm this, or I'm that. Because they've made it a part of their personality to stay focused on their goals, stay focused on their commitment cycles. And yet you come in and disrupt all of that because they want to explore it and they're thirsty to do so, but they can't share that with anyone. When they think about the future, they're very tempted to explore this with you, and yet they still feel like there are, because now they're showing me a dog, but it's choking on bones. You know how you're not supposed to give dogs raw, or you can give them raw bones, but you can't give them cooked bones. This is what they're showing me, is like a dog who's choking on bones, and how difficult it is to pass after we've eaten those bones. Because there's the Knight of Swords, but it looks like the Devil. And both of these knights, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords, can be very impulsive. Like, you make this person want to do what they would define is naughty things or physical things with you. But they're also defending themselves against this initiation because they're worried about what they're going to practically lose. Page of Wands again. But what's interesting is that despite the practical concerns, they don't want to give up hope that there could be some sort of exploration here. I think they find the attraction, the temptation, and even some of the danger a little bit exciting. It's invigorating to them. Like, my solar plexus is all lit up. My sacral chakra is all lit up. Like, it's invigorating to them. Now, they're referencing temperance and the actual desire to physically be with you. But they're also referencing here the unknown and how things are unclear between the two of you, and they don't feel like they're able to come forward and express themselves genuinely so that you're not confused by the connection. Sometimes the Six of Swords is like a collaborative request. It's like, I need some help here. I want to know how you're feeling. And maybe it wouldn't change necessarily the obstacles, but maybe it would have changed their view of how to overcome them. Maybe it would give them a little bit more motivation to find determination to fight through. We have the Devil. Capricorn, we have the Devil here with the Knight of Swords as well. Here is the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. And look at this Nine of Pentacles. It's like the devil's tongue coming out. This person wants you. Like 100% they want you. It feels very, very physical, Pal 3. Very, very physical. In a perfect world, the two of you would have a physical relationship, although they are really worried about what they would lose. And I cannot deny that in this case, they're saying that this person could have another partner, or you could have another partner. There's just so much temptation and so much fear of what's going to happen if I give in to this, that's what makes them wait. But notice even these cards that I have here, the Haunted Tarot, and they have all of this black cards, and then we have the white one, and it's supporting the future position, like my first position card. So it's like they have to go through all of this process first before they're allowing themselves to expand. But they consider you, literally it just said the GOAT, they consider you the greatest of all time. They consider you, it's like standing beside you is abundance. Having you on my arm is abundance. And it's sort of like those old cartoon characters when they see something that they really like and the tongue rolls out of their mouth and drapes across the floor. That's what it feels like with this Nine of Pentacles. You stop traffic. This is highlighting physical beauty, physical attraction, somebody who works on themselves. Maybe you go to the gym. Maybe you just wear your hair in a great way. Maybe you're really great at your makeup. You're really great with your outfits. Like they notice all of those details, and you represent success. But they're kind of sad because adjustments are required. And it's like, I can look, but I can't touch. How do they currently feel, please? We have here going deeper, new moon in Scorpio. And wanting to explore this in a deeper way, wanting to explore this and get more information from you. But like, I feel like it's like every inch of you, wanting to know you from the top to the bottom, working through your feelings. Last quarter moon in Aries. And there's a lot of fire in this spread. Whoops, this card just popped out. Temporary problems popping out of my Moonology deck. So here, temporary problems coming in, clouds. So unsure about the future. And although there's like a reference to commitment cycles, I also feel like this person could be in a commitment cycle, if I'm honest. In this spread, they're very, very focused on passion. Very focused on passion. We have Detoxify, which is an interesting card because you were drawn to the poisoned apple. And there's this reference to kind of, again, the full moon in Taurus. We have the Knight of Pentacles here. Somebody who wants to stay diligent. Someone who is feeling tempted by this attraction with you. Back of the deck says release control, the first quarter moon. And in order for them to manifest change, they have to kick the Knight of Pentacles to the curb and really focus on this immediate gratification that the Knight of Wands and Knight of Swords is trying to bring in. But then they have to go through this cycle of, what am I going to lose? What's the practical loss that I'm going to face? And it could just be rejection that they're worried about, but I feel like it goes a little bit beyond that. We have children being a motivating factor here. And staying optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking will bring you romance. And that's the problem, is that they don't feel very optimistic that things would move in their favor. They would love, I feel like they're still tempted to explore it despite the consequences though. Back of the deck says chemistry. There is a strong magnetic attraction here. And when we're magnets, that means that there's a parallel. That means that they are drawn to you. So if you are feeling a parallel in these feelings as well, and this desire to explore and this desire to be very intimate, Spirit says this is very mutual. How do they currently feel, please, for pile number 3? We have imagine. And that's why they're taking their time. We have TikTok coming out. Imagine and reflecting. And during a reflection phase, we're supposed to be listening to our intuition. And we're supposed to be listening to our higher self. And perhaps that higher self is encouraging them to wait, to focus on commitment cycles. But that's why they are taking their time in executing their desires towards you. Although I will say in the future position, it wouldn't be off the table to see them. I wouldn't put it past them to want to continue to explore this, or to explore this in the future. They have a soft spot for you. So it's almost like that soft spot supersedes what the Knight of Pentacles is telling them to do. Back of the deck is the Yang card. Divine masculine energy, inspiration towards change. How do they truly feel, please, about pile number 3? I dream about you a lot, but probably too much. Maybe perhaps being pulled in different directions as well. A lot of, again, Cancer energy coming through. Please give me time. I've never felt like this before. And it's connected to the Ace of Wands. It says, I'm sorry. Says no. And perhaps because they don't feel like they should get what they want, or they feel guilty for it. We have here, what do you want, on the back of that deck. I meant what I said, 5 of Swords. So perhaps a lot of conflict associated with what could happen if I do explore this connection the way that I wish to. That could be why they're holding back, at least for now. I sometimes wonder if you care. Do you even see me that way? Because a little encouragement from the Divine Feminine might go a long way in this situation. In fact, a tiny bit of encouragement, like even the smallest amount of encouragement, could be enough for them to kind of ignore the insights from that Knight of Pentacles. I just wish things were different right now because I feel wrong for what I want. It's like they feel wrong for what they want out of this connection. Have I lost everything? Back of the deck. Oh my goodness. Back of the deck. So very, very physical. Very kind of focused on the immediate gratification of this connection. Let's get a couple of little message cards here to see what sort of further thoughts they're having, please. Or thoughts that they have had about pile number 3 and their true feelings for pile number 3. I dream about you all the time. It says, I am so sorry. They keep apologizing for their feelings. Perhaps because there's a competition for their focus, or they feel wrong for it. You are a secret that I keep. It says here, you're all grown up now. And there's a reference to the Divine Feminine with the Empress and the Nine of Pentacles. and physical perfection and growth and wanting to explore maybe like grown-ups. You and this connection confuse me. I've missed so much. It also says I'm scared of your temper. So feeling a little bit intimidated by the Divine Feminine. I always think of Leo, Aries, Sagittarius with that card as well. It says here, I'm scared. I can't decide what to do. And the back of the deck says, I can't keep doing this. I'm tired. It's like holding on to force. Perhaps it's like this momentum of like a back and forth of wanting to charge forward but being held back. It's like I can't hold, this Knight of Pentacles can't hold both of these knights back forever. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 3. What was the last thought that their person had about them in the bowl today, please? We have, we have the Knight of Wands. We have the Ace of Swords reversed and the Page of Swords. This person watches you. They could be watching you online. They could be watching you in the environment that they know you. And there's almost like a lot of stress associated here with taking the action that they want, because they feel dishonest for how they feel, or they feel like they could be judged harshly for how they feel. And that's what makes them hesitate to actually be as impulsive as they want to be. But I also feel like they're still trying to gather information about you. Maybe even about your dynamics, about your relationship cycles. We have W, O, Z, and L. We have looking at things from a higher perspective before we take action with the horses. We have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy for the Divine Feminine. And then we have 2 morning charms. We have the Black Starfish, and we also have the Morning Shoe for the Divine Feminine. And this could be speaking about the practical losses, mourning, changes that bring in new beginnings. They're also referencing release and healing for the Divine Feminine, referencing letting go of something and healing myself back into wholeness. Like recognizing that nothing ever completes us, and that perhaps practical losses are just that, just practical losses. Ultimately, we can emotionally heal from anything. Pile number 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. Drop your comment below for your chance to win a free reading with me, and be sure to hit your notification bell as well so that I can notify you if you are chosen the winner. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading, and that link is refreshed every single day, so be sure to check back. But I hope that you have a beautiful day, and I hope you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage.